Have you ever stopped to ponder the profound impact of fire on the course of human history? In the grand theater of existence, fire played its part as the spark that ignited civilization. Consider the dawn of humanity, a time when our ancestors roamed the earth, their survival hinging on the whims of nature. The discovery of fire was likely accidental, perhaps a product of the earth's own fiery temperament, lightning striking dry grasslands, or the unpredictable eruptions of volcanoes. These natural phenomena could have provided the first glimpses of this enigmatic element. Yet, the narrative of fire isn't about its discovery, but rather our ancestors' ability to harness it. Imagine the moment when early humans first held fire in their hands, not as victims, but as masters. Imagine the awe and fear, the power and potential they must have felt. Fire, in its raw, untamed form, provided warmth in the biting cold, a beacon of comfort in the unforgiving darkness. It became a shield against the night's predators, its flickering light warding off the unseen dangers lurking in the shadows. But fire was not just a protector, it was also a provider. The heat of the flames transformed raw food into nourishment, making it safer to consume, easier to digest. This newfound dietary freedom could have led to increased brain size, fueling the cognitive evolution that set us apart from other species. With fire, we could stay up after sunset, our days extended by the warm, inviting glow. This extra time, illuminated by firelight, could have been used for social interaction, fostering community bonds, and sparking the development of complex societies. The control of fire not only changed how we lived, but also how we thought. It inspired us to look beyond survival, to innovate, create, and dream. We began to shape our surroundings, to leave our mark on the world, and in the process, we transformed ourselves. Thus, the discovery of fire marked the dawn of a new era, setting the stage for the evolution of human civilization. From accidental discovery to purposeful creation, the mastery of fire was a pivotal achievement in human history. This is the tale of how we, as a species, tamed one of nature's most potent forces. Imagine our ancient ancestors huddled in caves, their existence dictated by the rising and setting sun, a lightning strike, a forest fire, or a volcanic eruption could have been their first encounters with fire. It was a terrifying, destructive force, but also a source of warmth and light. Over time, they would have observed how fire behaves, how it could be fed or smothered, how it could be carried from one place to another. Perhaps they noticed sparks flying when rocks were struck together, or observed the heat generated from the friction of rubbing sticks together. Slowly, through trial and error, they learned to create fire at will. The invention of tools like fire drills marked a turning point in this journey. These drills often a stick spun rapidly against another piece of wood generated enough heat to ignite a small pile of tinder. This was not an easy task. It required skill, strength, and patience, but the payoff was immense. With fire at their command, our ancestors were no longer bound by the constraints of daylight. The flickering flames allowed them to extend their activities into the night. They could ward off predators, cook food, and stay warm. Fire became a gathering point around which stories were told, plans were made, and bonds were formed. This control over fire also had profound effects on our biology. it influenced our sleep patterns, leading to the unique cycle of sleep and wakefulness we experience today. It allowed us to cook food, making it easier to digest and freeing up energy for our brains to grow. Fire, in essence, lit the way to progress. It was a beacon in the night, a tool for survival, a catalyst for social and biological evolution. The mastery of fire not only illuminated the dark, but also the path to human progress. Fire, once tamed, became a powerful tool in the hands of humans, reshaping the world around us. With this newfound prowess, humans began to wield fire in increasingly complex ways. Imagine early societies where fire's glow was more than a beacon in the dark. It was a symbol of survival, of progress, of power. One of the earliest and most profound applications of fire was in agriculture. Our ancestors discovered they could control the proliferation of plants by setting controlled burns. This not only cleared the land, making it more suitable for farming, but also revitalized the soil with nutrients from the ashes. This gave birth to the practice of slash and burn agriculture. Over time, this allowed small bands of hunter-gatherers to settle down, forming the first agrarian societies. But the influence of fire didn't stop at the edge of the fields. It reached into our homes, our workshops, and our minds. Consider the advent of pottery. The art of molding clay into vessels was revolutionized by the application of heat. Fire hardened these vessels, making them durable and waterproof. Suddenly, we had a means to store food, carry water, and even cook meals, changing the way we lived and ate. Then there's metalworking. With fire, we could extract pure metal from ore and shape it into tools, weapons, and ornaments. This was a game changer. It sparked the Bronze Age and later the Iron Age, periods known for their significant advancements in technology and culture. Fire even became a medium for communication. Before the advent of modern technology, tribes used fire signals to send messages over long distances. This allowed for coordination between distant groups and played a crucial role in warfare and trade. So you see, fire, in its many roles, was not just a tool, it was an agent of change, driving humanity's journey from the Stone Age to the Silicon Age. Fire, in its diverse roles, drove the wheels of innovation and societal expansion. In the modern world, fire continues to play an indispensable role powering our progress. The Industrial Revolution, a pivotal era in human history, was in fact fueled by fire. The flames that roared within steam engines and factories ignited a period of rapid development and growth. Fire transformed raw materials into goods, powered locomotives, and breathed life into the machines that birthed our modern world. Fire's role didn't diminish with the passing of the industrial age. Instead, it evolved, finding new avenues to exert its influence. Today, it's the beating heart of our energy production systems. Consider the power plants that light up our cities and towns. They rely on the combustion of fossil fuels, a process that converts the chemical energy stored within these resources into electricity. This process, at its core, is a controlled burning, fire in another guise. The internal combustion engines that propel most of our vehicles today also harness the power of fire. In the confined space of an engine cylinder, a spark ignites a mixture of fuel and air, creating a miniature explosion. This explosion generates the force that drives the pistons, turning the wheels of progress, quite literally. But this progress is not without its challenges. The fire that powers our industries and transports us across vast distances also has profound environmental impacts. The burning of fossil fuels releases greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, contributing to climate change. The fire that once lit the path of progress is now casting a long and ominous shadow. While fire has been a driving force of human progress, it also poses challenges for our future, compelling us to seek cleaner, more sustainable ways to harness its power. As we look ahead, the story of fire continues to unfold, its flames dancing on the edges of our potential, ever shaping and reshaping the course of human history.